people used to say that it's, a blind woman and a deaf husband, they will live longer as couple, because there are times that some situations will test the love you have for each other.
Yes.
So you can, okay, let me see how I can help my wife, maybe register her in a culinary school and all that.
Okay.
So just close your eyes to it. Even if they are saying that your wife has given you vegetable, just close your eyes.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to our YouTube channel. We are the Zebukales, and I am Peretimifa Zebukale. And on today's episode, we have another guest today, and she's going to introduce herself shortly. Hello, ma.
Good.
How are you doing today, ma?
I'm fine, thank you. Good evening.
Ma. What's your name, ma?
My name is Olarike Daramola.
Oh, she sounds so sweet. It's great to have you here, ma.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. So, ma, we have this series we're doing on our YouTube channel.
Okay.
Where we have married men, married women talk about their experiences in marriage, and also give pieces of advice to young couples, intending couples. So, ma, if you might permit me to ask, how long have you been married for?
I've been married for 6 years. We'll be 7 this year in October.
Wow, 7 years. 7 is perfection, by the way.
Yes,
Awesome. Congratulations, ma.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. All right, so ma, so for the past 6-7 years, how has marriage been for you?
Marriage has been good. It's been blissful, and we give all the glory to God. It's been Him all the way.
Awesome. She said it's been good all the way. Awesome. All right, so ma'am, what advice would you give out to young couples, those who just newly wedded or intending couples? What do you have to say to them based on your experiences? You might share one experience, to buttress your advice and all, ma'am.
Marriage. People used to say marriage is black market. Because there are some things that you are different people. You are coming together from different background, and when you were courting, there are some things that possibly you've not really seen about each other. So when you now stay in the same house, you now get to see each other's flaws. This person, so he snores like this, or this person presses toothbrush from down or from the middle, or this person doesn't like clearing their table and some things, or doesn't arrange the bedroom and all that. So some of those things, so you have to learn how to overlook things and to understand that you are different people. So there are some things that you can just compromise in marriage. So it's not everything that you complain about. So communication is very important, so you communicate. So there are some things that your spouse would eventually outgrow, because I don't want my wife to keep talking about this thing you outgrow. But there are some things that you also learn to look away from. So some people used to say that it's a blind woman and a deaf husband, they will live longer as couple, because a deaf woman will not listen to whatever anybody is saying about her husband, while a blind a blind husband will just look away, won't just notice the flaws that the wife is currently doing or something like that. So communication is very important, and patience too is very, very important, because like they always say, love is not enough. So there are times that some situations will test the love you have for each other.
She said some situations will test the love you have for each other. She even dropped an adage before, but we'll come back to it. Continue, ma.
All right. So when you understand that this person, you are together forever, there is no exit in this marriage. So we have, even if anything happens in marriage, you always want to look for solution, because you know that you are bound forever. It's a lifelong journey. Yes. So you can't opt out. So you have to look for a way to just resolve your issues. The other thing is the fact that you should keep whatever happens between yourself just between you. You shouldn't, because whatever you tell your maybe third party, maybe your parents, they would keep looking at your husband or your spouse the same way. And people, they only hear go, they don't hear come. So you can't go and tell the same people that my husband, though, that was just a mistake, maybe it might even be due to communication, lack of communication, and you misunderstood him. So you can't now go back to those people that I was wrong, go. So how many people do you want to go and tell? So people will start looking at your husband that way. They have that impression about your husband. So it's actually very good that you should keep to yourself, settle your differences, except some issues that are probably due to violence and all. But some issues are actually reconcilable. So just communicate, be patient, keep your issues to yourself. And the most important thing is also to make God your foundation. So because if there's any issue, you can always run to God, because he is the one that actually commissioned marriage. So you go back to him in prayer, and I believe there's nothing that prayer cannot resolve. There are a lot of things. So just to summarize, so basically those are the things that you need in marriage that has actually helped us.
Awesome. So she dropped some gems. But I'm going to ask, you said ensure you communicate. So how about a situation where you know you are passing a message, but you're like, why is this person not understanding what I'm saying? In that situation, what would you do? Would you seek the help of another person to communicate to your husband? Probably there is, maybe you both of you need to make a decision in a short space of time, and you're like, he's not understanding me, I need to communicate. So how would you go about it? Because you said not third party. So I believe some people out there might be wondering, what should I now do now? My husband is not understanding me. Kill a machine, see. So please, ma, buttress that part.
So I would say, but there are some, like I said, it is very important that you keep your issues to yourself. So, and there are ways that you can communicate. I'm not saying that some people don't communicate enough, but I believe that if you already know your spouse, it's actually good to learn, to get married to a teachable person, someone that is ready to learn and unlearn. So you have seen that trait in that person before you even got married to that person. But if it's somebody that you know that this person is Adam and doesn't listen to instruction, so it might be difficult in that way. So right from when you are courting, it is important that you know the person you are getting married to, that this person is teachable and ready to learn. So with that, it will be easy. But if the person didn't see, I believe there are some things that you would have even seen during courtship. But if in a situation where probably you didn't pay attention to those things, you still go back to God, and also look for, because there is nobody that won't have times that they will also listen to their mind, that am I doing something wrong? Do I need to correct some things? So, and people have different times. You can just look for when the person is very happy and just present it. Probably presentation is also very important. Probably the way you just present it to the person, and the person will see reasons with you, or probably cite scenarios, and also remind the person of how you started, and probably some of the sweet things they've told you, and the things and the way they said they promised to make you happy. Just remind that person of those things they've promised you, and I'm very sure they would reset and probably do the needful.
She said there will be a factory reset in their brains. Okay, awesome. It's been an amazing time with you.
Thank
you. I'm
you.
just going to do a quick recap to be sure that everything is in sync. So the first thing you said is that God should be the bedrock of the home.
Sure.
Okay, great. And the next thing you said is that communication, right? It means that ensure you're able to pass that message across until the other person understands you, because that's actually what communication means. It's not just when you talk. And then you also said that both of you should be ready to make compromises. That means you should be ready to meet each other at the middle, ready to, just give grace to each other, make room for each other to get better. And then you said something, you mentioned one adage. You said that when a blind man and a deaf woman,
deaf husband, sorry, I actually missed that point.
Okay.
But one has to be deaf, one has to be blind. So when someone is deaf, you won't listen to whatever. Maybe the wife now should be deaf, because whatever anybody is saying about your husband, you wouldn't pay attention to it, because you are in the relationship with that person.
Yes.
You're not married to the third party.
Yes.
Whatever they say about your husband, you care less.
Okay.
As long as both of you are in sync and you see the person differently.
Okay.
And another thing, the blind husband now is person that won't pay attention to whatever flaws, whatever the wife is doing. Okay, maybe there are some people that probably they don't really like waking up early to eat, to cook and all that.
Okay.
Or probably the wife doesn't even know how to cook.
Okay.
So as an understanding husband, you know that, okay, this marriage you are in it together, and your wife must at least cook good meal for your family.
Yes.
So you can, okay, let me see how I can help my wife, maybe register her in a culinary school and all that.
Okay.
So just close your eyes to it. Even if they are saying that your wife has given you vegetable, just close your eyes to whatever flaws she's doing, and just help her to go, because we are all work in progress. Nobody is perfect.
Right.
So you have your own flaws, I have my own flaws, and we are together to just build a perfect marriage. So that's my
Words of wisdom. She said that men and women, be ready for one to be blind and the other to be deaf. That means be ready to, how will I put the English now? She has explained it perfectly. So I believe, just watch, rewind and watch what she said. She explained it perfectly. And she also said that you should allow room for each other to grow, because we are all work in progress.
True.
So it means that as a man, as a woman, you might have that, this is how I want my husband to be, but your husband will not be that way overnight. It would grow. Your wife will not be that way overnight. She would grow.
True.
Now this is like, these are gems. These are gems. Ladies and gentlemen, are you hearing? Thank you so much, ma, for gracing our show. Thank you for spreading the knowledge, sharing the knowledge with us. We really do appreciate.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you all for watching. Till come your way again next time. It remains Dizel Bukales, and we love you all.
Bye.
Bye.